Hello guys, Puppetron here, and today I'll be doing a video, nice little video, of, what was it? Oh yeah, now I remember. So Wardog made a statement during a Overwatch livestream that he said something while playing as Genji. What was it again? Oh yeah, here, let me play the clip right now.
I'm playing Warframe, so.
You're playing Warframe?
So as you can tell from that clip, Wardog had made the statement that while playing as Genji, he was playing Warframe while bunny hopping around, like I'm doing right now on my ship. And little did Wardog know that you can actually rebuild or pretty much replicate Genji, not like appearance-wise to some degree, but at least arsenal and ability-wise, recreate Genji in Warframe. Ho ho ho! I don't know if he thought saying playing Warframe was a joke, but in this case, it's legit. Alrighty. Whoops. So as you can see right here, I have Excalibur with his base skin on and the Steam Workshop helmet. The what was it called? Ogrant. Ogrant? Ogrant. Ogrant or Ogrant, however the guy who developed the helmet decided to name it or pronounce it. So I'm using that helmet because it is the closest thing I have to a Genji V-shaped visor, despite there being little eyes there. I have the Haiku Primes as Genji's range weapon, so in this case his shurikens, and I have the Nakana Prime for, in this case, Genji's both of his katanas. The one he uses to deflect and use as his dash melee or his little dash, and of course for his ult as well, because there's really no dual katanas whatnot, so yeah, I would wish there's a dual Nakana though, that'd be amazing. Alright, so I'll be going into a very easy mission, just to show you off the Excalibur shit. So obviously, a lot of things may not be similar to Overwatch with certain mechanics, but nevertheless, it is similar.
Eliminate all Corpus threats.
As you can see right now, I wouldn't say same running animation as Genji, but very similar. And of course, just as a normal running animation. Alrighty. So as you can see, I have the shurikens, which you've seen me use kill one person already. Now, granted, Genji in Overwatch, his shurikens work in the way that they're not fully automatic, and that you use them in a burst fire, so it'll be
eliminate all Corpus threats.
So much like that, you would have to fire them in a burst, so 3 at a time. Well, that was 2, but whatever. And of course, I could throw them as fast and as long as I want to until I have to load in the Warframe, like that. And granted, I'm throwing them faster because of mods and whatnot. I could definitely make this weapon throw slower if there was a mod that decreases rate of fire, which I don't think exists. Or maybe it does. Anyhow. So right now I'm running as Genji. Let's try out his little deflect ability. So as you can see here, I am deflecting the bullets or the projectiles. Now, unlike Genji in Overwatch, he deflects bullets, takes no damage from them, or well, in this case, deflects projectiles because he can block every single hero's projectile, depending, or even Hanzo's ult, he can deflect that, which is absolutely bonkers. But I can deflect in Warframe, I could block the bullets, but I'm not deflecting them back. So let me have my crosshair on the enemy, see nothing's ricocheting back. And also, you may notice I'm taking damage. Blocking is not meant to completely eliminate damage, it's just meant to slow it down or just, you know, negate it to some degree. So there's the extent of his block, as it's technically called, or parrying as well. There's his dash ability, just like his shift, dash. In this case with Warframe, I go on until I at least kill a target, unless there's a certain range, like that. There's a pretty good range. And of course, Genji's biggest strong suit, his ult, which is, in this case with Warframe, Exalted Blade. Did not mean to do that, but unlike Overwatch, Genji's sword is a hit and miss with some people. If you're skilled enough, his sword will destroy. If you're, I would say not skilled enough, but I've had moments where Genji's sword did nothing, and I could hit a person, like I could hit the most squishiest person 100 times. They would turn around and poke me in the toe, and I would die at full
They're
health.
still in the clear.
So
No detection from enemy
that's
sensors.
saying a lot right there. Probably how bad I am at the game. But unlike Genji's ult in Overwatch, Excalibur's a little OP as I have range, and I can literally have my little slash waves go through the wall. Let's go try to progress through the mission. Alright, boom. Now, granted, you can have it to where you don't use the ability and just use the katana like normal. Or use the katana like normal, act like you're using his ult. But unlike Overwatch, where Genji has a certain amount of time before he can use the ability and have to wait for a cooldown, in Warframe, you can either use the Nakana, which you could use whenever the hell you want, or you can use Exalted Blade to keep it as true to the game as possible with Overwatch. You know, you have a certain amount of use with his Exalted Blade, and then you have to pretty much wait until you get energy back in order to use it. Or in this case with Overwatch, you have to wait until his gauge fills all the way up to 100%. Warframe, just hit the amount of energy that's acceptable for you and just pretty much go ham.
You're on the sensors now. You've been detected.
I wish Genji was like this, actually, now that I think about his ability. So yeah, that's my Genji build. Ooh. Axiom. Now, granted, there is other characters I can rebuild in Overwatch. I've done one with Reaper and Reinhardt as of right now. But the Reaper one is sort of put on hold because I need to get a certain weapon to actually complete the build. So for right now, I'm just using replacement or a placeholder dual secondary shotguns, pretty much. And if you're a Warframe player and you really want to do these Overwatch builds, I guess, I would say any sword would do. I'm not gonna lie, but to make it a lot like really authentic, I'd prefer the Nakana, Dragon Nakana, or Nakana Prime, which of one of these weapons you have access to. And of course, his secondary, which is his range, which is the Shurikens. You could either use Haiku Prime, and for Warframes, I would say exclusively Excalibur. But for cosmetic-wise, it's gonna be hard because if you're on consoles, you will not be able to get the helmet I'm using, as that is Steam exclusive because it was made via Steam Workshop. For Reaper, now this one's gonna be a little bit awkward because the character or the Warframe you're using itself is not gonna be Reaper, like a male character. No, instead you're gonna be using a female character in Warframe named Mesa, whose ult is very similar to Reaper's, which is you have these two guns, you pull out two guns, and you just go absolutely apeshit and kill everything. Now, granted, Reaper, you're spinning around in circles, flying all over the place, well, technically sliding all over the place. Mesa, you're stationary in one spot, but you have range. For the lack of mobility, you have such range, and you are a monster in that boat, just like Reaper. And Reinhardt, simple. It's just Rhino. And then for his hammer, it's the Jackatag. Like, that's just it. Granted, there's no tank Warframe that has a shield ability, as in, like, you know, placing a shield in front of him, like Volt, or anything like that. But other than that, though, those are the only three three heroes I can get recreated in Warframe so far. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I certainly had fun doing, overthinking some of these builds, like, oh, should I need to do this, this, and this? You know, do it like that, that, and that. I'm like, oh yeah, you know, I can recreate this character because of whatnot. I have to thank Wardog for that. And you know what, good sir? I have to say one thing. Thank you. Now I can maybe do a series in Warframe, which is like, you know, building certain characters from like certain video games, if it's possible, right? Or from movies, you know, comic, manga, anything. Whatever it may be, I'll try to recreate it within this video game. So if you guys enjoyed this video, if Wardog watches, thank you, buddy. Thank you. And like mentioned, see you guys next time, or see you guys next stream. Bye now.